On this week's episode of the Broken Traditions podcast, I sit down with Michon. We have a conversation about blind loyalty on social media. The reason why I asked Messi to come on is because she recently been attacked on social media for her opinions about a viral story between Anton Daniels and Holcomb. And people who supported Holcomb was attacking her in ways that, to me and for my liking, was very uncomfortable to see. But I wanted to have a conversation with her because there is a level of blind loyalty in social media spaces that is something that need to be discussed. And the conversation started with, Holcomb and Anton Daniels, but it also goes into politics. It also goes into sports. It goes into a lot of different things that people have blind loyalty about. Now, when you're watching this podcast episode or you're listening to this podcast episode, you're going to hear me read off comments and we're going to react to comments because this episode was part of a live stream that was for members only. So you guys want to become members of the Broken Traditions podcast, you can become a member two ways, either on YouTube or on Patreon. I greatly appreciate the people who are members. And also, if you want to become a member on Patreon, you get a 2-week free trial. You get to see this conversation that I had with Michon in its entirety, unedited, with all the profanity, right? I took the profanity out of the conversation for the main channels and the main stuff, but behind the scenes, all different types of things. And you like that kind of stuff, you want early releases of Broken Traditions and also wins and lessons, you can support the Patreon. I'll put a link in the pinned comments if you're watching this on YouTube to join, or if you're listening to this on any other platform, I'll put it in the show notes. All right, let's get into this episode.
Tonight's conversation I want to have with you is about blind loyalty that's on social media. And I really want to have this conversation with you because you've, I guess, got caught into the middle of a whole storm on social media. I'm not sure if you want to say these names or whatever. We don't need to, I guess, discuss the names of the people that, I guess. Nah. Yeah, we don't need to discuss that. It's just a big storm that you got into with social media. And it's the us versus them mentality. Or some people could say the stands or the blind followers. Whenever somebody supports something, no matter what, they would fall off a cliff for this person. This person could do some of the heinous things. They could say the worst things. They could disrespect you. Yep. They could basically, I said in the video, they could urinate on somebody's mom and they blame their mom for getting pissed on, saying why she's standing there, not why the person is peeing on them. So these people are die-hard fans of certain people. And it is, I don't know, it's very disheartening to see because I'm a big fan of your content, right? Like, for me to have Michon on my podcast is a big honor for me because I watch your content. I'm always in there crying. Like, if I'm doing something, I just, like, you come on when it's time for me to clean up the kitchen before the night's over. And I'm cleaning the kitchen, sitting there, giggling and laughing. My wife looking at me like, what you laughing at? Like, I got my AirPods in, like, you don't know, Michon is on. So I just be sitting here laughing. So I know also when you create content, you are very, what's the word I guess I say? Like, very neutral. And if you have smoke somebody, you have smoke for somebody, you'll definitely give them smoke. Or if you're neutral about it, you're like, all right, I can see the side or whatever. You play, you call balls and strikes. And I greatly appreciate that about you. But sometimes you may talk about somebody within pop culture. And when you talk about that person in pop culture, their fans will come after you as if you're talking about their mother. And I don't know, it's just very, very disheartening. So I want to ask you, how did you feel about being caught in a crossfire out of nowhere? Because, I don't know, from what I heard you said about that situation, it sounded pretty sound illogic.
It was ridiculous for the best way that I can say and speak on it. And that's what I said. And I call it all out for it because I personally think that they wanted to do anything to come at that one person. So how are you going to be mad at me because that person decided to come and speak with me? I didn't call him. I didn't set it up. I just was on air and he decided to come through. How are you mad? It's like you're jealous that he didn't come to you. But why would he come to you the way that you all speak about him? Yeah. And the way that we command and demand this alleged respect, because I'm black, you black, we black, is another issue. Because if you're going to continue to besmirch me, why do you think that I'm going to come in person to you in order to allow you to do it willingly? I'm willingly letting you talk about me, right?
Yeah.
So in order to try to, in my opinion, keep this narrative going and the story going, that's the reason why they brought me into it. To have another layer of we don't like this person, and so we don't like her either because she didn't smoke him the way that we expected her to. So I was supposed to go out there, be ignorant and rude and nasty, and then that would have been acceptable to them. But because I didn't, because I'm just like, I'm going to let this man talk because one, I'm going to be honest, it's an honor for him to be here. Two,
Yes.
I think this is good content. And three, it's not my job. He ain't do nothing to me. So it ain't my job. I'm good. Mm-hmm.
Yep. And Kofa said, check your Cash App. He said, congratulations on a new baby. So Kofa, hit your Cash App up.
Thank you.
And he also said, you handle these few weeks like a G. You did. I mean, that's why I really wanted to reach out to you, have you on here, because I don't know, just to see grown men riding like this for, a certain person or just riding for anybody, right? It could be whoever, right? Because sometimes it's not just pop culture. It could be in sports. It could be in politics. Yeah. It could be in music. Yeah. I remember growing up, it was Jay-Z versus Nas when I'm in New York. And I had people that was basically losing friendships because, they was a Nas fan or they was a Jay-Z fan, and they didn't want to talk to each other because Ether came out or, Super Ugly came out, or these songs were coming out and they didn't want to talk to each other because they didn't hear nobody slandering their favorite rapper. And it's interesting to see that that's the direction that, people are going to. But in this time of social media, I think it's heightened by 1,000-fold because, just as easy for you to come onto my platform or, like you said, I'm going to say Anton Daniels came onto your platform. Anybody could come to anybody's platform or anybody could load up a video. It doesn't take that much. It's a very low entry. If you have a MacBook, you have an iPhone, you have an Android, you can have whatever you want to have to upload your content and put your opinions out there. And if your opinions are not aligned with the masses on anything, mm-hmm. It's like you grass to these people.
Well, that is unfortunately a community thing, as I'm sure we all basically know. Mm-hmm. To sit and say that we went through slavery, we've been through this, we've been through that, and we're not gonna let the white people do this and let the white people do that, and white supremacy and all that, and then turn around and say, you got to do what I tell you to do. Well, child, if we don't want them to tell us what to do, why do you think that you get to tell me what to do? It's just so crazy. And from the stream that I did earlier today, it's like, what side are y'all on? Now you are saying that it's okay 1 second for the Hispanics, and then over here you're saying that it's not okay for the Hispanics. And I'm gonna just say Hispanics. Mm-hmm. For the asylum seekers, you're fighting for them, but then over here you're mad at them and they're racist, but then you're fighting for them. Like, I don't have time. This is how I am. I'm just like, y'all can be out here looking ridiculous on your own, saying this dumb stuff that don't make any sense, but I'm gonna point it out to you because I didn't get any answers back. No shade to the chat, but I didn't get any answers back on where that made any sense. I don't see the sense in that. And then you listening to Rolly Roll, who's a pro-black, he care about you, blackity, black, but he over here cutting for the Hispanics. Yeah. So, Rolly, I'm a little bit confused. And he was also the one that was cutting for that white woman down in daggone Virginia. So is it black or only black when it's convenient? Y'all can't see that they have their own agenda and all they care about is the color of green. Then that's on y'all. Then you're never going to see it. If you can't see it right now with everything that's been going on, you're just never going to see it, or you don't want to see it.
Yeah, and honestly, for me, that's why I stopped doing so much social commentary and shifted over to talk about the overconsumption of digital devices, because there is no end game for this. It's like
there's no.
You can make a video. It could be so thought-provoking, so groundbreaking. You can lay out everything. You can lay out the whole layout on why this is a problem. And you can get to the 99-yard line. You think you're about to score a touchdown with these people, and they add another 50 yards to the field. So they keep moving the goalposts and keep telling you, oh, I get that, but what about this and what about that? It's a whole bunch of whataboutisms. And I just feel like after a while, I'm just exhausted. I'm tired. I can't do it no more. And it was too much for me. And I had to take a break. I was like, you know what? I can't keep fighting this fight no matter what. It's so much I can't say, so much I can't do, so much, I don't know, it was just too much for me. And I tip my hat to people like you. I tip my hat to people like Kofa. I know Kofa's taking his break right now, but I know he's coming back and gearing to come back. I tip my hat to people like Trent, So I tip my hat to people who could keep coming back to this battlefield and having these conversations and showing the mirror to the culture, but at the same time, knowing every time you show the mirror to the culture, they're going to move the goalpost. And I don't know, for me, it just felt like I was singing to the choir. Yeah.
The mirror to the culture. I love that.
That's what you guys are doing.
Mirror to the culture. I love that.
I gotta put this out there before you say that on some type of live stream and take the full credit for it. So
I will give you credit. I'll definitely give you credit. But that is amazing. That is exactly what it is. So as soon as the mirror goes up, you don't want to see about the man in the mirror. Mm-hmm. So then you attack the person that's saying it. And I'm just like, but if you're pro-Black, then I'm confused why you're coming for me. You just don't like the message, but the message don't change just because you don't like it. So are we going to act like we want to understand what we're allegedly fighting for? Or we just want to keep fighting each other and turn around and blame white people for it because we don't want to correct what's wrong with us. Because until we correct what's wrong with us, I don't think there's anything that you can do with anyone else. That's just my opinion.
No.
And we have so much to work on. We have so much to work on that's why I say you're pro-Blacks that y'all listen to, who you go and you vote, these people that they tell you to vote for, what are they doing to help y'all? If you don't change or they don't give you nothing that changes within the time frame that they done told you to do something, then why are you continuing to vote for them? That don't mean that I'm saying that you should be voting Republican. I just want you to understand what it is you're doing and what it is you're not getting. You don't want to hear it. You just want to say racism. Well, you do know that they saying racism now, too, because it's so played out that they just tossing racism any and everything. And now you got people who just basically say they're Black. They just say BIPOC, which is how you get the Hispanics in here now, who can actually on a form say that they're white. You can't do that. They can just say that they white. Mm-hmm. Y'all still gonna allow these pro-Blacks to fight for them and bring them into the cause like Lucy with the football, and y'all still end up with nothing. And then you won't go look for anything because you're waiting for the nice box that says Black on it and say, here you go. And it just don't work that way. Just be lying in these people's faces and they're just not trying to hear it.
No, they're not. They don't want to hear it. And that's like I said, that's why I had to step out. I couldn't do it. It's exhausting. It's exhausting.
That's when you had your social media break? Is that what that was about? Your 30 minutes?
Well, no, the social media break I had was actually, I was getting into this new form of content of talking about being addicted to social media. But I also found myself being addicted to, as a creator, looking at analytics. So I could post a video. I'm on YouTube Studio, keep refreshing, like, damn, I got more views. Okay, did I get more views? And who got a like? Who let me leave a comment? So I start seeing that side of the addiction of me wanting to see my analytics. So I was like, all right, this is not healthy. Let me delete YouTube Studio, which I never, re-downloaded again. Let me delete TikTok. My TikTok, I don't even have TikTok no more. I just deleted my whole entire account on TikTok. There's no need for it.
Okay.
My Instagram. So my Instagram, I still use as a messenger. And I post on there every once in a while. Facebook, I don't have it back on my phone. Basically every social media app I deleted. So I still use YouTube because I'll watch a lot of long form content or live streams like yourself and anybody else. But I just saw myself being very addicted to the back end stuff. And I keep looking at graphs and looking at, you know how it is as a content creator. So I just thought that was a lot of use, not a good use of my time. So I just fell back.
No, I agree with you completely. That's something we learned in Mastermind that, you set it and forget it. You put it out there and that's it.
Yeah, I'm not good at that. Especially right now, I do one video a week. And I have another podcast that I shoot with my wife that's at once every 2 weeks. So, yeah, I don't know. I gotta get to the set it and forget it and post it and ghost and get back to the next one.
It takes the time. You got to get used to it. I understand now. Yeah. I understand.
So I want to also talk to you about the psychology, I guess, or the mindset of us versus them, right? And I guess it's hard for me to not say names, how, I guess I'm going to just say Corey Holcomb. You know how Corey Holcomb be like, Joe Button Booty, whatever he called Joe Buttons, whatever. And I can't, it's hard for me to do that. I have to just say the names. So when we talk about the us versus them and the whole topic, how you got involved in it, because you said something about Corey Holcomb. And Corey Holcomb, I guess fans and people who support him didn't like what you said, and which made 200% sense. And you broke it down. You gave all the facts. You gave the screenshots. You said, yo, check this out. And this is what YouTube says. And you can't do stuff like this. You laid out all the facts. You laid it out like a buffet, like a Chinese buffet that has all this old nasty food that is it's gonna make you sick if you eat it. But you're gonna overconsume it because you paid your $20 to get in there. But you laid it out and people still couldn't see it because of who it was. Or they couldn't see it because of their hatred for Anton Daniels. And that's psychology. How do you think somebody get to that level in life?
This idolatry for some people is crazy. Maybe these are the only role models that they have when they talk about he's a comedian he's a comedian, and I'm like, so the F what? He is allegedly pro-black, but he's going to say voting is for suckers. I'm like, so really he's just out here talking another one, in my opinion. No offense against him, child. I don't know nothing about that man, except for what I'm learning now. So if that's who you want to go to in order to laugh because you think he's funny, that's fine. I don't think he's funny. But I don't even like stand-up comedians anyway. So that's just not my thing. But don't come and tell me that I'm wrong when the only thing that I have a problem with is the fact that he brought out a minor child. And the fact that y'all can ignore that and absolve it just because he's him. This is why I say everybody can't be around me. Everybody can't be around me, and I'm very picky about who I know and all of those types of things because you just never know somebody's crazy ass mindset. You can't tell me it's about being black. It has nothing to do with anything except for, I honestly think it's Anton hate. Honestly, at the end of the day, I think it's Anton hate. And why people hate that man so bad, I don't know. Unless he personally did something to you, slapped your kid, stepped on your favorite Jordan or something like that. I just don't understand how you can hate someone that is not a part of your life. You don't have to know him. You don't have to watch him or none of that. But that doesn't mean that I can't. And that doesn't mean that I'm a problem because I do. Oh, well, he's conservative. So what? And if I was or if I am, so what? I'm free to be what I want to be. But the community feels like they have a right to tell everybody what to do. And you got to follow this cult. It's such a cult type of mindset. And then they get so involved and engulfed in it that deductive reasoning or reasoning of any kind is out the daggone window. Like, how do you say that you're against all this oppression when basically what you're doing is you're trying to oppress those that just don't believe the things that you believe? That don't make me wrong and that don't make you right. So the political culture is so crazy right now that everything is politicized. I'm still confused as to why this damn halftime show is political. Then as we're looking at it today, and who that person is, I'm like, can y'all just watch this stuff and listen to the music? It's just not that serious, but y'all want to make everything politicized for some reason and be angry. I don't have time. Have time. Y'all go ahead. Y'all got it. I'm gonna be back here on vacation and chilling, watching y'all crash out. Still have nothing once it's done. Be in the same space you was a year ago. Still complaining and blaming white people, or it's Trump's fault, or somebody else's fault, but never yours. That's what Corey's doing right now. Nothing is his fault. Okay, sir. He's almost 60 years old talking about nothing is his fault. No, it's Anton's fault. It's Lee's fault.
I'm gonna give you, I guess, a tidbit of advice that I've been giving people. Just because somebody's a certain age doesn't mean that that person is going to mature.
Agree.
So it's like when people say, "Oh, this person's 60," that doesn't mean that they mature. They probably have arrested development. They probably stop development. I'm not saying this is about Corey Holcomb. I'm just saying in general. Some people stop developing at 13, at 14. And I think that's another reason why we do see this cult-like mentality, because it feels like we're in high school. It feels like we're in high school with certain things. And I'm not going to lie, right? Kofa, thanks again for another super chat. Kofa, I think you should just directly just hand me the cash because I don't want YouTube to get this 30%. But, what I was saying, I think when I see people have this mentality of crashing out and going hard and running basically head first into the wall, is because they still have the same mentality they have for somebody that they just love, like a sports figure. You know, it's like going back to watching, you know, hearing people talk about, oh, Michael Jordan's better than LeBron. But why can't you just enjoy LeBron? Or if you don't like LeBron, just go back and watch old Jordan. Or, you know, like Kof in the chat, go back and watch old Kobe. Just enjoy the moment. You don't have to hate somebody to enjoy somebody else. But that's the mindset of somebody that's very immature.
But isn't that ironic? Because you know, I usually speak from the black perspective, don't want other people to do that with us, but we want to do that to people and can't see that we're doing the same thing that we don't want, but think that it's okay. And then as soon as someone else does it, they're wrong, they're racist or whatever. Well, wait a minute, you're doing the same thing. And until we can acknowledge that and fix that part, all of this is a waste of time. It's just talk. It's just talk. I don't even understand how you can hate. Hate is a very strong thing. I agree with you about the, I guess it's Arrested Development where you get stuck at a certain point, because that's what they say about women. I definitely believe that, right? But I would hope that at some point, people have some sort of maturity that comes to them and they grow up and realize that I can do this better or do this differently so that I can get a better result. But I guess that's not a thing. And the only reason I say that about Corey is because even though he might have it and say that he doesn't, he's still at an age where he should be able to take responsibility for the things that he's done. In all this time, he has not taken responsibility for one thing in all these weeks right now.
Yes.
And the fact that people can't see that is crazy.
And I'm going to get to this comment from Kofa because that was a great segue to Kofa's comment. This stuff... Oh, that was my bad. This stuff went This stuff went on far too long. I can't believe people are still making content off of it. I can't remember seeing any other topic that lasted a month like Anton and Corey beef. And to be real, I'll say this, right? Like I said, it's like some of the things you talk about, I'm like, I can't. I know my algorithm about to get messed up, but the way that you present it is such a good way that you do it that I enjoy watching and listening to you. But then after I watch and listen to you, refresh my YouTube feed, I don't need to see everybody else talking about this. And I have to go back into my history, delete my history, so they won't think I want to keep hearing about Corey, Holcomb, and Anton. But then when you come back on, I watch you again. There's a whole other cycle of doing that. But it's crazy that we're literally having... Can Anton and Corey... Well, I'll say this. I don't even think it's Anton and Corey beef no more. Now it's just Corey crashing out when you watching this. I don't even know any kind of content that Anton is putting out against it. I think Anton is kind of like, from what I'm seeing, and I could be wrong, over done with it. Like, all right, I already milked this cow enough. I don't need to talk about this. But, you know, for whatever reason, Corey Holcomb is talking about it. And I think just for the listeners and for the viewers who don't know about this controversy, because... like, my wife don't know anything about this. I think we need to give a backstory what's happening with this, because we are talking about this like the whole world knows about this. I think this is just in our small little pockets of YouTube and social media that people know about this. So since we put the toothpaste is out the tube, let's just talk about what happened with Corey Holcomb and Anton Daniels so people can get an understanding what's going on.
Okay.
And also how you fell into it.
Anton started with a $500 super chat one night on 5150. So they decided to get together. And so Anton said he wanted to come out. So he went to the show. And they got on the show, and both of them had their issues on what they was going to tell the other person. That's my opinion. That's my personal opinion. Anton did come on there a little crazy. Corey did the same. And as soon as Anton said SMD.
You can say it.
That's it. I'm not going to say it, but suck my D is what he said. And then Corey off. And then they was allegedly about to fight, which I don't believe either one of them was ready to fight, even because you know you're going to get yammed off of YouTube real quick. And then they calmed down. Then it turned into another thing. And then so for the whole week, because 5150 only comes on once a week, Anton was running his mouth. He definitely was running it up, but he's a social media content person, and he was taking advantage of the controversy. He says that he didn't do it on purpose. Me personally, I definitely think that he came with a reason to to set something off. Not necessarily as bad as it was, but he definitely wanted to be known. That's a whole new audience.
And I would say this, not to cut you off, he definitely got a great return on investment from that $500 super chat that he gave to him.
Yes, thank you. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
So everybody else can think what they want. Anton can say what he wants. I've been watching him for a long time. So that's a whole nother audience that he was able to get in front of, and probably more famous because it's Corey Holcomb.
Yes.
He's famous for whatever he's famous for. So then the next week, Corey had to say something and brought the kid into it. Anton's daughter, that's a minor. A lot of people don't think that that's an issue. I said that was my big issue. Like you said, I talked about it. I pointed out the rules of YouTube. And I guess that could have been one of the reasons why people didn't appreciate me for bringing out what the rules were. Then Lead came out, the attorney, and said, yes, this is what it is. And you can't bring minors out here. Well, Corey fans don't appreciate that and said, he's a comedian. He's a comedian. So every excuse in the world is because he's a comedian. So then the next week when he came on, he pushed it even further with the shirt to talk about the kid and the wife. Anton, said a little bit more, but then I think he basically backed out of it.
Yeah.
In the meantime, some video came out where Corey allegedly hit some woman, even though you see it on tape.
You got to say allegedly.
Yeah, and the fan said, "Oh no, she did." Well, what, y'all? Seriously, it's video. We see it.
Yes.
And they made excuses for that. And I said, you know what? Stay away from me. But what I was then noticing is that it's all men crashing out, all men talking, all men upset. I said, oh, so this is what Black men do. I thought y'all was able to resolve things and put it away and then y'all can move forward. Clearly, these people are not going to move forward. And so the thing with the video, and then Corey says it's all these people that are after him. The machine is after him. He calls everybody gay. And now he's suffering, in my opinion. Coach Greg Adams said, Corey won the battle, but he's losing the war. And I said that truer words were never spoken. So you won your battle against Anton, won, whatever that means to you. But now you're fighting a war brought on because you was too busy trying to win that battle, talking so much. Do not acknowledge anything that you do is wrong and everybody else is wrong and you trying to lay him out every week. He's keeping it going now. This is not even about Anton anymore as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I mean, like the little bit I see from what you post, because like I said, I try my hardest not to get going down these rabbit holes. Like I always hit don't recommend, don't show me this creator. I hit that all the time. And I hit that from people that I used to like to listen to and watch. I'm like, I don't want to see it no more. Like even like Anton, I like Anton Daniels at times. He could be very long-winded. I like him at times, and I'm going to give him props on something. Yeah, I'm going to give him props on something. I remember he did a video talking about how he would walk through an airport with his camera out and people would look at him funny, right? And I was like, he's like, yo, you looking at me funny, but I'm making this money, I'm making content, and this is my job. So me walking around the airport is not a big deal to him. But even though you might look at me funny, you don't know who I am. And I'm like, you know what? Let me try that. So I tried it, right? I'm in the airport. I'm all nervous and I'm looking around because I don't want nobody looking. I'm old school. I'm from the 80s. So like, I can't just be out here with a camera like some millennial. And that video, I mean, on Instagram, it probably did close to like 500,000 to 1 million views. And I'm like, just because he said that advice, and I just propped up my camera, I had in my book bags in the airport waiting to come home from a work trip, that video did crazy numbers. So I was like, you know what? I can rock with Anton Daniels for saying that. And I don't know, just I can appreciate that. But
you chew the bone and spit out the meat or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, whatever that saying is how I look at most people. That's just me though.
Yeah, but a lot of people cannot take that. And I want to pin that, right? That's a great point that you said. Chew the bone, spit out the meat. But also, I also want to kind of just emphasize how you got involved in it, because you wasn't there at the studios. You wasn't there when Anton Daniels told Corey Holcomb that he's sucking Black communities, or what and Corey Holcomb say that you kissing the white man, whatever they were saying, right? You wasn't there for that. But how did you get involved? Because Messy Michon, YouTuber, you do reaction videos, you get good reactions, but now for that reason you became, I guess, the Black woman face of holding it down for Anton Daniels, even though you was very neutral, in my opinion.
It's only because he came and He came onto the stream. The only reason is because he came onto my stream, and I didn't talk about Fleece Johnson. I didn't push back. I didn't get in his. I didn't talk about this. I didn't talk about that. I just allowed this. I just allowed that. It's all men. These are. I came into the stream with Frigidaire, which is what we call him now, and he's playing my video talking about me. And then when I respond back, I'm here to support you. He's talking about, I'm going to block you. Let me know if I should block you. How dare you come in here and talk to me like this? You are sitting here talking about me while looking at my shit. What are we talking about right now? Are you crazy? Okay, he has a problem with Anton. That ain't got shit to do with me. So that's why he got issue with me. But that is what I said. But then as I came back, because he was watching my video again, and I'm like, what the hell? One of his minions are like, oh, she's watching you. Oh, go report her channel. What?
Wow.
So you're going to watch my and then you're going to send people while you're watching my to go and flag my channel to get me taken down, all on the strength of Anton? You hate that man that bad? I ain't got to do with this. And you're using my That's crazy. The bottom line. I'm watching you, and my audience is watching you watch my video, telling your audience to come flag my channel down. Like, what is wrong with y'all? This is a man, a black man. Like, what is wrong with you? It has nothing to do with me. Y'all are mad at me because I wasn't being ignorant to that man, because I wasn't rude to that man. I don't need to be rude to him. He came to my show because he happened to see me. I didn't call for him. He didn't call for me. And then he gave me $500. And I know they hated that. Mm-hmm. Well, y'all don't want to be friends with this man. Y'all don't want to know this man. You hate him already. So don't be mad that he won't do that for you. Maybe if you calm the hell down and stop whatever your personal thing is and resolve it, especially being a man, go resolve it. I'm sure that he will resolve it with you. Allegedly. I don't know. But instead, get more and more pissed off at me, because then as soon as I was done, BT, with that stream, someone was already live streaming it, talking about it. I wasn't done for 10 minutes. They were already
crazy.
10 minutes in. They were already 10 minutes in. And it was someone who I was cool with. I'm a mod on their channel. I was checking it out. They talking about Messy didn't push back enough for me. I don't know why. She just let him walk all over, and she must be an Anton fan. Well, what does that have to do with anything? Oh, and Mika, Anton don't care about Mika. She just eye candy. Messy, if you go look at her, she don't look that great. Anton would never have her with him. I said, oh, so now I'm ugly. I was like, oh, okay, so now I'm ugly because I didn't push back on Anton. Then he said, go look at her. So they went and looked, and they came back talking about, oh yeah, she ugly. He would never. I'm like, okay, now I'm ugly because I am not sitting up here crashing out over Anton. And then one of the people in that chat who I've been cool with all this time had a 5-hour live stream talking about me. 5 hours.
That's crazy.
How dare you do this? The original person's name is Red Supreme. How dare you do this to Red Supreme? You never know. These content creators will get on and try to be a mod on your channel. I never asked to be a mod. No, I don't ask to be a mod. I'm not going to mod. Let me be honest with you. I'm not going to mod, okay? Very rarely on Trend's channel, maybe I'll say something. But other than that, I don't have time for that type of stuff.
Yeah, only person I mod for is Kofa. That's it.
Exactly. I'm not modding. That's just, it's nice. It's cool. It means you trust me, and that's great. Okay, I understand. I'm not over there modding. And the fact that y'all are sitting up here talking about I tried to become a mod on this channel 3 years ago for this moment now so that I could just act a fool and upset you over Anton. I said, y'all just be out of your trying to pull this together. So I had to lay his ass out. Then there's another ugly the ugliest man I've ever seen. That looks like daggone Harambe's father. Had the audacity, the nerve to get on here and talking about, oh, she just come for Anton, but she a man anyway. You look just like a man, Michael. Your name is really Michael. You so ugly. And I'm like, the audacity and the nerve, as ugly as you are, as poor as you look, in the house that you live in, to talk about how ugly I am. I made one video and I said, you know what? These people just want my attention. I've come to the fact that these people just want my attention.
Oh my
and I
God.
said, I'm done with it. I let Trent went after him one other time. I said, we done with this. Trent went at Freezy, and he went at Harambe's father. Two men, right? One black man that went to them, they didn't say to him. Now, one damn thing, but you over here talking about me. So I'm sure they didn't like the fact that I call them all because that's what they are. And I'm like, and y'all act worse than women. Y'all are acting worse than women. And then Angry Man finally got on them and started saying something too. He said, this is ridiculous. And then they're like, you can't tell. Then Angry Man had a panel. All these people that I don't even really know. I knew one person outside of Angry Man. It was like 5 or 6 people. And I'm watching because I'm a mod on Angry Man's channel. At least for now I am.
Mm-hmm.
And they was like, well, Messi's doing it for clout chasing. Wait, what? This is what everyone is talking about. Why has it got to be about clout? How come it can't be? This is what we're talking about. I'm like, so you got to bring me back into it? I'm like, so you just want to sit up here? So then I laid them out too, all of them. I don't even know their names. I don't care. I said, all you look crazy. I'm like, but if this is what y'all want to have it seen, to have your image be, at least in this sector, then that's what it is. But I'm not y'all's problem. I said, and y'all coming at me when y'all won't even go talk to the man that you hate at the end of the day. Who's the real problem around here? I really don't think that it's me.
Yep.
But
well,
that's what they did. That's what.
When you said somebody have a 5-hour live stream right after you had your live stream, I had a built-in excuse for them. I said it was snowing that weekend. So maybe they was in the house. They had nothing to do. It was locked in. They had all their snacks and wasn't no sporting events on. So they were like, all right, I could go on for 5 hours. I give them that excuse. I give them that excuse.
I don't, but maybe. No, they was just being BANs, and I stand on that. And I unsubscribe from all of them. And I'm like, I don't care. Yeah, it's not that serious. I said, because I really don't go many places on YouTube anyway. I hang out with the same people. I be in the same people spaces, and that's it. I don't have time.
It's very disheartening to see men act like this, and not to derail it, but just to go back to the culture. We always talk about how, and I get some pushback on this when I did social commentary, but we always talk about how, we get mad at our culture. Our culture is so, feminine led, and, we put the black women on the pedestal. The culture goes where the men go. And then the men is acting like this over another man that either they don't like or they worshiping, to attack a woman on panel. Like, you know how crazy this sounds? You have grown men all in 5 cubes screaming at each other over you for you having Anton on your channel. And that idolatry, that idolatry worship is insane. It's insane that people really worship somebody, or people hate somebody so much that they could sit down in front of a screen and talk about people. And it's like, talk about people you don't know. And what are you doing it for? Are you doing it for the clicks? Are you doing it for the views? Are you doing it because it's popular? Why are you doing this for? You have no real dog in the fight. I mean, Corey Holcomb or Anton Daniels could probably walk past either one of you guys in the airports and don't even acknowledge you, don't know who you are, but you would crash out for these people because of what? Because of somebody's political views, because somebody's more right-leaning, somebody's more left-leaning. You know what I'm saying? And going back to the video you played earlier, I won't put it in the show notes so people could have a reference what I'm talking about. But you had a video of another panel of Roland Martin had a conversation about Bad Bunny, right? And I came in, I saw it, I was like, oh, man, I can't get too deep into this because I don't understand why they having this take. And once you put that girl on there, I really just tuned out. Like, I couldn't do it. But the reason why they having that moment is not because they support Bad Bunny, it's because they hate Donald Trump. And what Bad Bunny represents is what they think Trump hates. And they rather just jump on that because that's the side they want to ride on. And it's like, where do we get to in life? Like, where do we get to in life if that's what we want to ride on? We're not going nowhere. We're not going nowhere by hating somebody for the sake of hating somebody. We go in places when we have conversations. We go in places when we have real adult conversations, not just, oh, Messi didn't ask enough questions. Why she didn't bring up Felice Johnson? And I'm going to tell you why those people are mad about that. They're mad about that because they thought it was going to be an opportunity for you to have some viral moment just to say something to put Anton on guard and so they could clip it and react to it. But since you didn't fall for that bait or you didn't fall for that, what they want you to do, now they hate you. And it's sickening.
Viral. No, that's not something that I want. I like being organic because I think that's going to bring a bunch of nonsense that I'm just not interested in. I'm not even trying to be viral. I just 10,000 views. I'm happy. That's it. It'll grow as it grows. And going back to the Roland Martin and the Bad Bunny stuff for a second. Thank you for sending that second video. That was hilarious. Okay. But I agree with you 1,000. And that's another thing that they just can't see. The only reason that they are supporting this Super Bowl stuff like that is because it goes against the administration. And if that is the only way that these people, regardless of which side it is, but if these people can try to relate to y'all, you're being led. And it's nothing that's going to ever help you at the end of the day. So if y'all can't see it, not y'all, you know what I'm saying? But if y'all can't see it, and then you again end up in the same place and nothing changes, you can't blame no one but your daggone self. Do some research for yourself, make some decisions on your own, and stop listening to these people where you're basically paying them, and then you'll turn around and be in the same situation like you are with damn Nicki Minaj, where you hate her now, or maybe you hate Cardi now. I don't know. But it's a little too late once you've given them all the money where you now hate them because you wasn't paying attention beforehand. Cardi B has been a mess since the beginning, since she was on Love and Hip Hop. Nicki Minaj, if y'all didn't get rid of her or denounce her when she married a low mester, don't come at me now because she a conservative. So the line is conservatism. Low mester is okay. That's where we're at, community.
Is it what? You
molester.
Said molester, yes. Because I was like, low mester, like we eat lo mein. You eat a lot of lo mein.
Look how trained I am for YouTube.
Yo, God. So Kofa said he told me a lot of these dudes are groupies. They are groupies. And you know what's crazy? One time, Kofa and I was sitting down at a cigar lounge and he said something. He said grape. I'm like, there's no cameras on. There's nobody hearing us. There's no demonetization. I was like, grape? What is grape? And he was like, rape. And I'm like, bro, you really talking like a little kid. Like, you can't say words in real life. Then after that, I took it to myself. I said, you know what? I'm saying these words. And I have not had any issues with YouTube. I did a whole, I think, an hour and a half conversation about pornography. We said porn all day. No corn, no orn, none of that weird stuff. I was like, I'm not making content for little kids. Like, if a little... Wait, why you like? I don't know. Why your little kid seeing something that if I put porn in the thumbnail and the title, why some kid clicking on it? You have bigger issues than me saying it. And YouTube agreed. They didn't demonetize it. So shout out to YouTube. So I've been saying all the words. I don't care. I'm not talking in pig Latin. saying SA or DV. I'm like, what? Yeah. But yeah, Kofa definitely said a lot of these dudes are groupies. And it's very disheartening because we want to see our community do better. We want to see our community do better. And we can't do better if we're going to continue to keep being groupies for grown men. Like, I mean...
Celebrities.
I mean, we could make the argument, are they even celebrities? Like you said, I would not have... If I seen Corey Holcomb, right, and there's no disrespect to Corey Holcomb. If Corey Holcomb was jogging in my neighborhood, I would not know that was Corey Holcomb. And there's no disrespect to him. It's like you are a big person in the small space of the internet, and that's the way the world is right now. But hearing people crash out for grown men, or seeing people crash out for, and it's on the other side too with conservatives. Like we talked about the Super Bowl halftime show. Then, TP USA did a Super Bowl halftime show. And if you look at the numbers, if you're a YouTuber, you know how analytics work. They lied about their numbers. They said they got 5 million concurrent live stream viewers. They said, if that's true, they beat the World Cup. So you telling me your conservative halftime show beat the World Cup? I'm not seeing that. But it's like they could lie. People not gonna call them out because people are ride or die for what they think TPUSA stands for. And they are now pushing against, the Super Bowl because the Super Bowl is now pushing against Trump. It's like a domino effect.
Which is crazy. I thought they're talking to Megyn Kelly and her racist today, talking about they're supposed to bring everyone together, but we don't want no Spanish speaking people here. I'm like, ma'am, you're talking out of both sides of your mouth. Make a decision, okay? And you sound crazy. I said, and I thought Super Bowl was to celebrate who the hell made it to the end, and then whoever wins, wins. That's what I thought the Super Bowl was for, okay? She don't want no black anthem. She don't want the halftime show to be somebody speaking Spanish. I said, yeah, let that racism fly, girl. You go right ahead.
Yeah.
And there's people who are going to say that, this is okay. No, it's not okay. But again, she's not making any sense. She's talking out of both sides of her mouth, but y'all won't see this because you rock with what her message is. Yep. Now, I did have that TPUSA concert up, but I didn't get to it because we had so much other stuff to do. And I'm just like, so y'all just wanted white people? Because when I skimmed through it, I'm like, oh, so it's all white people. So you just wanted all white people.
Oh, yeah, that's all it was. That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. I said, but now they want to bring Jay-Z into it, and it's his fault. And I'm just like, y'all just going to bring whatever, you're going to grab to whatever you want just to try to make it seem like, you're not making a big deal over something. Jay-Z ain't got nothing to do with this. And when you think about it, because we are multicultural here, no one is saying that that's not true. We're just saying that the illegals gotta go. The ones that are taking benefits away, the ones that are committing enough crime, not all the crime, but y'all don't want to do anything about the people that committing crime that live here already. So y'all also want these people to now come in and commit their crimes. And when you look at the list of people that they have either killed or maimed or whatever, all female. So the way these liberal white women is out here carrying on, another sign that they ain't. And the fact that these women who are so equal and we care about women, no, you don't, like I always do, because y'all not even paying attention to who the hell it is that they are attacking at the end of the day. Every single one from what I've seen on the list has been a freaking female, whether it was minor or grown woman. Y'all don't give a damn. Y'all just want to cause chaos because you don't like the administration, and that is dangerous. That's why I say stay the hell away from me, because all y'all is crazy. All of them. All of them.
And when it comes to the Super Bowl now, what I notice every Super Bowl Monday, ever since Jay-Z been picking the talent for the Super Bowl, is conservatives talking about, oh my God, this halftime show. Oh, I can't believe it. I'm like, I don't know. I'm getting to the point, it's certain days I'm not going on social media no more. Like, I don't go on social media on Christmas. I don't want to see your dry food. You know what I'm saying? Your dry Thanksgiving food. I don't want to see your watery mac and cheese. I don't want to see it your plate or people make their plates and they plates of paper plates and start, like, come on. You can't bring out the good china for the holidays. I digress on that. But I don't want to see that. I don't want to see Valentine's Day. I don't want to see your gift that, one of your baby's daddy got you. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. So I stay over social media on those days. And I think the day after the Super Bowl is going to be one of those days I'm going to just stay over social media because I don't want to hear the praise or the fake praise of, like you said, of Roland Martin, just want to be a contrarian to Trump. I don't want to hear that. It's not doing good for nobody. It's no real thought-provoking conversations. And I don't want to hear Megyn Kelly complaining about, Bad Bunny on here. And for what? What are we getting out of this? I thought we was the United States.
I thought everybody wanted to know about the Epstein files. So now you got the Epstein files, and now y'all talking about Bad Bunny like a crime was committed. This is Friday. Today is Friday. The Super Bowl was Sunday, and this is where y'all still talking. Y'all still talking.
Yep. About
stuff that's not important at the end of the day. The game is over. Damn, I think the parade has been had as well.
Yeah.
So y'all should be talking about next year at this point, not anything else. It's over. It's over. It's a done deal. The man did it. I don't care if he's number one. Don't disrespect Michael Jackson. And like I said, any woman that has ever done Zumba knows Bad Bunny. You just can't not know him if you do Zumba. I'm telling you, that's where most of his music, I mean, with the Hispanics, of course, but that's how I know him, from Zumba, because they use his music a lot. And that's cool. So for them to be acting like they don't, is white. I know y'all be over there in Zumba. Don't act like you don't know this man. Please stop this. And you know you be jamming at least as much as you can to them damn Zumba moves as best you can. Bad damn Bunny. Now all of a sudden you come out here and you want to act crazy. So when you go back in that class this week, did you dance on a Bad Bunny song for Zumba, or did you sit that one out? Because I promise you they did. They danced.
Of course they did. Yep. All them Zumba classes. I bet you the boot camp classes. They probably got Bad Bunny playing in there in their rotation. Yeah. Shout out to Mike Has Bad Knees. He said, "There's no grift like the race grift." I say it all the time. Like it is a bottomless well that you can always grab by the front. Like, it's always going to be full, plentiful. I think I said that same wrong. Yeah.
BT. It's now racist to ask for ID to vote. That's what they're now saying is racist. And I'm like, you're out of your mind. These liberal people are out of their minds. So now they're saying that basically, it's because I saw a clip. I haven't reacted to it yet. Scott Jennings is like, you all are basically saying that women and Black people are stupid. And I'm like, that's what I'm hearing. So I can't get an ID. There's so many people that can't get an ID that don't have a passport. Child, are you driving? Because I'm thinking you got a license.
Are you doing
anything? Anything as an adult over the age of 21? Pretty sure you have a license. Please stop this.
At least an ID. You'd be a fool. I wouldn't walk around in any other country without an ID. I'm not walking around the streets of Colombia without my passport. Like, I'm not, what? Are you crazy?
It's ridiculous.
Oh my God. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's racist.
So
and
I want to ask you this. So the cost of nuance, right? If we can't critique our own culture, where do we go with this?
Nowhere. That's it. It's when RBN says that we're cooked, I tend to believe him. Trinidad says he's just going to sit on the side in this foldy chair. I said, we're doing that now. We're absolutely doing that right now. When you have the pro-Blacks cutting for people that aren't Black, it's a problem. Done deal. If you got the pro-Blacks that are saying, make sure you vote for the white woman, even though there's a Black woman, meaning the NAACP, done.
Yeah. Done. I was so heartbroken with that with Winsome Sears out in, I was like, when I seen that, I'll say I'm definitely done. There is no hope. Is like what is the requirements? What's the guardrails? What are the guardrails?
After today, I mean, I didn't know before, but definitely after today, where that whole segment of the TikTokers who are upset with Bad Bunny, and then you got the pro-Blacks that are like, oh, we love Big Bunny. This was wonderful. Over to the Megyn Kelly that's saying, we don't want this, and we don't want this, and we don't want this. Everybody is crazy. So they can be crazy while they over here making their money or whatever the heck it is that they're doing and have a good time. And just good luck to not these people. So not the Megyn Kellys and the Rollies and all them. They're going to be fine because they're making money off of it, right?
Yeah.
But these people down here that's following along, that's being led, they're the ones that's going to have the issue. And they're the ones that's going to be left behind, because I was listening to Orlando Minor today, and he was talking about the amount of repossessions. And of course, no one can find a place to live because it's about to get rougher than what it's been.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody out here is still acting like it hasn't been rough prior to Trump. They just forgetting about when they said the eggs was high and the milk was high. But I remember, and I got videos. And they're not preparing. They're not changing. They're not changing the way that they're doing things because they just think that the government is going to be there. But then you say that you don't want no king. But then again, you want that king to give you shit.
Yeah.
You're going to be in the same place. As many people as I keep showing, I'm going to continue to show you don't have heat. You don't have hot water. You living in filth, rats. And then you in New York thinking that Ma'am Danby is going to save your ass. I just don't understand why it is that you think that someone is responsible for taking care of you. I just don't get that mindset at all.
It's crazy you said that. Like, I had to change my mindset because like this weekend right here, I would not be here with you right now. I would be at the casino at the blackjack tables because it's the perfect setup.
We gotta get together one time.
But you know what it is? I'm seeing the writing on the walls with the economy, and I'm not spending as much no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm saving a lot more. I'm not spending as much because, like I said, it's payday. Like I told you, my wife is in Trinidad. Nobody's here. I could just easily shoot to the casino and just, I don't know, win some money or lose some money, just gamble. But I could easily do that. But I'm like, I'm not doing that. I got to be responsible because we don't know what's to come in the next 6 months. We don't know what's to come in the next year. We don't know how 2027 is going to look, you know? Exactly. So we've been cutting back on stuff and making sure that, you know, this is good, that's is good, and saving up and making sure we have our emergency fund good. It's a mindset. If I'd have still had the same 2024, 2023 mindset, I'd have been at the blackjack tables, stressing out, trying to hit the little side bets, trying to get my money back.
Listen. I have one cruise scheduled, and you know that ain't normal. One.
Wow.
One. And I just scheduled it. And while I have a couple other things that are going to be going on, they're a lot less scaled back than going on 4 to 5 cruises for the year because I'm gambling there. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So if I'm, can see and I'm trying to tell people, listen, you're going to have to make some adjustments. You're going to have to do something. Yes. There's no one here to save you.
Nope.
And they still want to do what they want to do, buy what they want to buy. You're not going to get up on camera and talk about how bad the economy is with your spiders makeup and weave and your makeup done very well, and then say that it's not right, it's not fair, and it's Donald Trump's fault. You're just not going to do that with me and think that I'm about to believe me in none of that.
Yeah.
No. But I guess as long as whoever keeps saying that that's what it is, then as long as they believe it. But I even am like, we got to pay shit off. Cut back on the spending. I haven't been gambling in 2026 one time, and that's outrageous. And I've only scheduled one cruise. If I ain't cutting back, nobody's cutting back. Just save money, pay stuff off, and chill the F out because I don't want to be out on the street.
Yeah,
I don't want my family to be out on the street, and I want to be able to eat. But the next thing is all those people that aren't, they're going to be coming to take from those that did. Preparing for that too.
Yeah, exactly. Good luck with that. And I have to ask this question. So when you go gamble, what are the games you play? You look like you at the slot machine. You got the type. I think people with those hats at the slot machines.
I don't wear these out. I just wear this for the shows.
Okay.
I may have to start maybe to bring some more attention when I'm live streaming, but I'm definitely a casino person. But my gym trainer is teaching me how to win at blackjack. I play blackjack, but I need to know how to win at blackjack. So I'm learning to count cards.
Oh, nice. Okay. Mm-hmm. But see, how could you count cards when there's like 8 decks?
You got to do it when they're not using that card counter. So they can't be using that thing where they keep the cards back in. So you have to go when they're just, pulling those cards out. You got to redo the deck. Yeah.
All right. So, I don't want to. I'm gonna ask you these questions. I don't care. Where do you play at? Like, what casino you go to? I know you say you in like in the Philly area, right, or Pennsylvania area.
Yeah. So there's a live casino. It's known as Live in by the Lincoln Financial Center.
Okay.
Then there is another one. It's not a live. I forget what it's called. It's out in Spring Garden. Mm-hmm. There's a Delaware Park in Delaware and a Bally's in Delaware.
Okay.
When I go see my dad, there's a live casino down there. It's called Live as well. And sometimes I will go to Atlantic City, but because there's so many around, there's one in Chester, Pennsylvania. There's one in King of Prussia. So they're everywhere.
Wow. I didn't know you guys had it like that because, me living in New York, we didn't have live table. I don't think they still have live tables in New York. So they had like the little machines. I'm like, I already know the game is rigged. I'm not playing a rigged video version of blackjack. Like I need to see a person. So I usually go to Atlantic City. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't been to AC in a while, but I will go to AC and stay for the weekend or whatever day they'll give me free rooms for and give me money and all that. Mm-hmm. So tomorrow I'm going to pick up my 50-inch TV because I want a TV. So I'm
Wow.
going to go get my 50-inch TV. Yeah.
And that's in Atlantic City or another casino?
So that's in Bally's. That's at Bally's.
Oh, Bally's. Bally's give away everything. I got cruises from Bally's. It was like, just come down. I'm not even staying there. They give me a cruise. I'm like, I take my cruise voucher, go back to the Hard Rock and stay at the Hard Rock. Like, I'm not even staying here.
They gave me a free trip to St. Martin. That's how I'm going to St. Martin in March. I'm going.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So it's free. All I got to do is pay for the ticket, which is a little expensive. But if I don't have to pay for the resort, I'm still making out good. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to move to the Caribbean anyway or buy something in the Caribbean anyway. So I'm going to try to get around and see as much as I can to get the heck on up out of here eventually.
Yeah, we're on that same page. We're trying to find out where we want to live and where we want to go. We don't know yet. We definitely don't know yet. What's going on, JC? I ain't see JC in a minute. I see JC in the chat. But I want to ask you this now, right? So as a creator and a viewer, when you see the blind loyalty, like the toxic blind loyalty, do you see yourself getting into it or do you see yourself separating from it?
Like, am I a person that's blindly loyal?
Yeah, or would you become like blindly loyal?
No, I wasn't even blindly loyal, and I loved Kevin Samuels. I absolutely believed that I was in love with that man, like a relationship. Love that man. I was always there. I was watching everything. I would be like, no one talk to me when this man comes on, like crazy. But even with everything that he said, there was plenty of stuff where I was like, yeah, child, I'm not trying to hear none of that.
Yeah.
I love you and all, but yeah, child, I'm not trying to hear none of that. So I don't think that I'm blindly loyal to celebrities and famous people and stuff like that. Nah, they don't mean that much to me. I'm not giving them a bunch of money. I'm not even, I just don't think that that's going to do me any good. These people don't even know me.
Yeah.
I know them from what they display, right? But they don't even know me. So to have this blind loyalty to these people, like when people have it for like sports and stuff, like at one point I love the Celtics, they're a great team. I always want them to win. That's one thing. That's like gaming or whatever. But just to be listening to somebody, because the people that are like blindly loyal to say Kim Kardashian, that's how she can sell panties with fur on them and they just sell out. Like, what is wrong with y'all? So why don't you just keep your own self unshaven and buy a thong? But no, you're going to go and buy a panty with hair on it. For what? That's crazy.
That's a thing?
Yes. Yes. Different colors. The black one looked so kinky. I'm like, oh, Lord. They had red, pink, all this just so that you could buy these panties that sold out. They sold out. Jeez. And you can wear them to make it look like you have hair. You could just grow your own hair. But whatever.
Jeez, I didn't know there was a market for that. Damn, and I'm glad. Yeah, but I'm glad you brought up Kevin Samuels because there was a high level of blind loyalty with Kevin Samuels, and I've seen a lot of people in real life in real time. I remember hearing this guy saying that they need to build a Kevin Samuels statue in Atlanta. I'm like, what? A Kevin Samuels? Like, he was dead. Like, it was no smile. Like, when he said it, I chuckled, thought that it was going to be like a follow-up joke. But he was like, period. They need to be a Kevin Samuels statue in Atlanta. I'm like, dog, come on, man. I get it. You like it. He had great content. He had a lot of great talking points. Sometimes, I like to troll my wife. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to play this Kevin Samuels because you're talking too much, just to get her mad. And also, my stepdaughter got the same birthday as Kevin Samuels, so I always mention that to her, like, oh, she got the same birthday as Kevin Samuels. So I do troll her like that. But at the same time, I just don't see that worship. I don't see it. No. You know what I'm saying? And same thing with music, like, I remember when Tupac died, I knew this girl got a Tupac tattoo. I'm like, what? A Tupac tattoo? Like,
I loved Michael Jackson. I love him too. Love forever and ever. I'm not getting a tattoo.
Yeah.
But I will not have Michael Jackson slander either. So that's as far as I will take it,
Yeah.
What about Prince? But that dude could just go watch Kevin Samuels on YouTube whenever he wants to. What do we need a statue for? That's weird.
I don't know. I mean, like, all the people that is from Atlanta or lived in Atlanta Martin Luther King Jr. You know, you have a lot of people from Atlanta that's more worthy of a statue than Kevin Samuels. So I want to ask you.
Listen to him at any time. He's
anytime.
Still available
it's on demand.
YouTube.
It's on demand.
Yes.
So I got a quick question. Michael Jackson Thriller or Prince Purple Rain?
Oh, Thriller.
Okay.
It's always Michael Jackson.
So we got a vinyl collection. Yeah, we got a vinyl collection. One of my prized vinyls is a original print Michael Jackson Thriller. Yeah, I found that at the record store. The lady, she had it on sale, but I don't think she knew that was on sale. She didn't want to let it go. And she's like, you don't want the other one? You don't want the reprint? I was like, no, I want the original, 1982. And she did not. It was like $35. I was like, I'll take it.
Wow.
Yep.
2 people that still should be here with us.
Yeah. Oh, man. So, Messi, this is a great conversation. You know, you definitely took it some places I wasn't ready to take it to, and I was like, let's just go. I got the denim jacket on, so I gotta follow your lead.
It's all good. It's all good. As long as you're good with it, I'm good with it, and I appreciate you allowing me to do so.
Yes,
because other people would not. And like I said, that's why I got to be very selective and picky as to where I go, because I've gotten into trouble, like. And I'm just like, I didn't do anything. You know who I am. You know? So
I want to ask you this. So how did you get taken off of YouTube for a week? What happened?
That video with the Obamas. So I was talking about
the Trump video?
Pritzker. So, you know, everybody was outraged. It was racist. I feel like that's died down real quick. That died down quicker than Bad Bunny. But excuse me. So I was playing the video, and as I was going through, I was like, oh, that's such and such. Oh, that's such and such. Oh, that's such and such. Trying to figure out who all the people were. And I said, oh, that's Pritzker. Oh, he's an elephant. Well, they considered that to be bullying, harassment and bullying. What? So they gave me a strike and shut the stream down. So I don't know if someone reported that and said it or what, but that's what they referenced was the Pritzker part.
So
and I'm like,
you couldn't like appeal it, or you just?
I did, and they said, forget it, you're out of here.
Damn.
Yeah.
I remember I had a live stream. It wasn't taken down, but I got demonetized. I had Drew Titan on, and he said the N-word with the ER, like he said it intentionally, but it was in context. It was an hour-and-a-half conversation. Now I got demonetized because of that one part. And I'm like, it's the context. But you said the N-word with the A at the end, that was throughout the whole conversation. That was cool, but that one part was I'm like, I don't know, just YouTube is very funny. That's why I know that you are now on Rumble. I'm trying to get into like watching Rumble. I don't like the user interface too much. It's very weird and wonky. That's why, you know, I'm going on to Patreon. That's why like I said, this live stream is on YouTube and Patreon. So you can't put your eggs in one basket. And also, you know, your intellectual property, you have to protect it. That's why I'm off for now. Now I'm off for TikTok, because TikTok said that they kind of own your intellectual property and they can do what they want with it once you upload your video there.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah. I don't like it, but if I post stuff there, it will only be based off of the travel stuff, because they're too wild over there. They're too wild for me. Yeah.
A lot of these social media spots is wild.
I can handle YouTube for the most part, but this week is giving me a week. You know how you said you took 30 days off? This week is giving me a week, even though I've been on the Reacts channel. It's just not the same as when I'm on the live channel. So it's kind of like sit back, relax, reflect, and I'm just like, what am I doing? I gotta figure out a better way to spend my time. I can't be on here all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out some things for this week, and it's been chill, but it's been weird. So
I think
relax. I got something out of it.
Yeah, I think a lot of times growth feels weird at first because you know it's unfamiliar. Then once you start getting into it, you're like, do I really need to do this? But you do have a lot of people that support you, that want you to keep doing it because they love your content. And, you know, shout out to Kofa in the chat. I felt the same way when Kofa said he's taking a break. I'm like, what? What am I supposed to do now on Thursdays? Like
I know.
I like when Kofa go live, I literally plan out like, all right, he's going live. I tell my wife like, all right, you gotta chill. Like I'm gonna listen to Kofa. Like if we doing a date, I'll go and listen to the live stream and the replay. But if we're like, our daughter is here, and we got home. I got Kofa playing it in. I'm in the chat. Like I'm playing it out. But he said he needed to take a break, and sometimes you need those recalibrating breaks because this is very taxing. This is very, very taxing.
It definitely is. So, understood. Shout out to you for your break. Shout out to Kofa for his break. This was a forced upon break, basically. And, I probably needed it.
Yeah.
So RBN has been gone for a while and I miss his content. So if I'm wasting my time on here not doing something for the channel, I gotta be very particular as to who the heck it is that I listen to, especially after this last issue where everyone now just all of a sudden just is crashing out and blaming me. So it's like, oh, okay, all the more reason that I need to be selective on where I spend my time.
Yeah, and
that's how.
And the crazy part about it, these people, and I'm gonna assume that it didn't bother you as much as it would some people. Because I think you're a little older, you're more grounded, you know who you are as a person. So it's not bothering you, but sometimes people could get into the crosshairs of somebody crashing out and you don't know how that person's going to react to it. On my other podcast, I had a guest on. She told a story on Threads. That story on Threads got captured by X. Somebody on X put it on X in the Wild Wild West, out in the wild, and that post that the person said about what she said about on Threads got 9 million impressions on X. Then people start going to her website and start booking consultations on her website and canceling it and leaving bad reviews on her business because of what she said on Threads. And all she said was, I was in the supermarket and this person asked me to grab something from the top shelf and I didn't do it. Like, find somebody who works here. And she just put that on Threads and that story that she had, and all that snowball effect happened. Then
that's what I'm saying. Then I don't want to be viral.
The Daily Mail wrote an article about her. Yes, they wrote an article about her. She was like on these all these conservative websites and blogger sites. They were all talking about her, having think pieces on her, all because she said she didn't want to help this lady in the supermarket.
Wow. The things all because that people take seriously.
Yeah, I give you one more example.
Give her a hard time and try to ruin. I'm sorry, just try to ruin her life or ruin her business all over some simple, stupid social media post is part of the problem right there. Yep. And all this cancel culture just because you think you are the head of everything and that no one else. That's not even like she said anything about a 5-year-old who was sucking a bottle. You know what I mean? But that's okay. But this woman saying what she won't do in the supermarket for her own life becomes a big to-do and a think piece. Child, these people are crazy. These people are crazy.
And I'll give you one more example. This is a few years ago, probably like 5-6 years ago, probably longer than that. My son was dating this girl, right? And she had this crazy, crazy big TikTok following. And once she announced that they were dating, people were making TikToks about my son. He don't know these people. They would make, like, he thought it was funny. Like, he has very thick skin, and he don't take social media as serious as everybody else does, especially in his age group, which was surprising to me. But to see all these people just making videos about him on TikTok because they like his girl and she's popular on TikTok. I'm just like, the people who create the content don't know how these people are in real life. They don't know nothing about the person, or they don't know the results that your reaction video or whatever you're doing could do to somebody.
That's why I'm a firm believer of keeping your business to yourself, because these people will just take anything, and it could be from jealousy, it could be they bored, it could be because they don't like you, it could be from any old thing, which is what that man was saying, who called me a man and called me Michael. He was like, how do we know that she's really a woman? What I'm supposed to do, get out here and get naked? Like, and what the hell is it? You said I had to prove something to your ugly ass. And he was like, I think she's a man. Listen to her. She sounds like a man. And I'm like, I'm probably more of a man than you. I can walk out here and get a before you ever walk out here and get a. I promise you. I'll take give me an hour. You need a whole week. Good luck to you. The audacity. We need to see her family. Who the f*** are you talking to? No, you don't. No, you don't. I said, I signed up for this. No one else did, which is another reason why with that Corey thing and his kid, minor, of course, but she didn't sign up for this ridicule.
Yeah.
He's the public figure. I'm the public figure. That's why I always say, keep it on the internet. Take my picture and do whatever the hell it is that you want to. Get a good screen grab of it too. I'm like, but just keep it on the internet. That's it.
Yeah.
These people be wilding. That's crazy. And I'm glad that your son has thick skin, but he shouldn't have to. You know what I mean? And she, I'm assuming she has, you say she had a good following, probably men, I'm assuming, probably males. So they just jealous at the end of the day.
Yep.
So these people probably really think they have some relationship with her.
Yeah, parasocial relationship. Yep.
Yeah. And now they're feeling like, oh, how dare she do this to me? And who the heck does he think he is? And now it turns into a thing like that.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I don't know.
It's crazy.
That's why, now that my wife and she's part of the podcast and she's like on camera, she was very reluctant to be on camera. She was like, I don't want what all the stuff that comes with it, But
yeah,
now she's part of it, so her face is in the metadata.
Is she taking any video down at Carnival?
Oh, she's not posting she don't post anything that she does outside the podcast. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like, I think the last time she posted something was for my bonus daughter's 5th birthday, and she's now 8. So she didn't post nothing like in 3 years.
Good.
Yeah.
That's probably best anyway.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Yep. I'm doing that post, and I barely post on short form content. Everything I try to do is long form now.
Yeah, and you got rid of everything, so good for you.
Yep.
I'm thinking I'm not on enough, and you over here deleting stuff. I might pull you away. I'm trying to get 100 people on Rumble so I can finally start doing something over there. Probably play music, honestly, since YouTube is crazy with the music.
Yeah. How's Rumble going for you? Like, how's the views and...
I just had reposted those Anton Corey things from the beginning because they didn't like those. So I can't stream yet. I gotta get 100 people.
Really?
So once I get 100 people, you gotta have 100 subscribers.
I guess
so once I get 100,
they changed it because when I first joined Rumble, I was able to stream with 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they must have changed
it said 100. Well, I was just trying to get 100 anyway, and then I'll add it to my streams and see how it works after that.
Yeah. Rumble's interesting. I think I'm done with it. X is another one. Have you considered X?
I don't go there at all. That's trash too. It's too much. It's too much. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have an X account, but it's personal. But I wouldn't do any of this because as soon as they get a hold of you, you definitely will. I don't want to go viral. I feel like with the way I speak, I say, and I go over there or go to TikTok, it's going to be attack, and I get enough attacks. I'm good. I don't want to go viral.
Yeah.
I'm good. Yeah.
And the thing about going viral is not even worth it.
Nope.
Yeah, like I said, the girl I had on my podcast, 9 million impressions on TikTok, not to mention any other stuff. And she had another video that went super duper viral that she was talking about her ex-husband. And that did like almost 250,000 views on YouTube.
Wow.
Of an interview she did. Yeah, so she had it back to back. I was like, geez.
She's an interesting person then, clearly.
Yeah. But when I had on the podcast, we ain't do none of that. I don't know. It just didn't work out for us in that manner, but it's not in the cards yet for us. I don't know if you know about other podcasts. I'm gonna send it to you. The podcast my wife and I have. Kofa was on there twice.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, he was on there twice. So yeah, it's a good podcast called Wins and Lessons. And
so what do you want? Apple, whatever.
It's
Apple
on all those.
podcast?
It's on the podcast platforms except for Spotify. I took it off of Spotify because Spotify also had the same kind of rules as TikTok, as meaning that once you upload to the platform, they now could use your content for their licensing. So, like, say for example, I don't know, say Nike saw my podcast and say, "Hey, I like this podcast. Let me use it." They don't have to pay me; they pay Spotify.
Oh wow!
So I didn't like that. Yeah, and also they use AI. They use the content for AI. so they could train the AI with our content and also use the content to create new content with AI as opposed to just using the creator. So all my intellectual property, like a conversation with you and I put it on Spotify. Then Spotify could kind of take that and make it to an AI conversation and push out their content instead of pushing out my content when I'm having with you. So I took it off of there. So like other platforms, you have to opt in to using to allow AI to use your stuff in that manner. But TikTok and Spotify, there's no opting in. Once you upload, it's theirs to use.
Wow.
Yeah.
You will be paying attention.
They don't. They just hit agree because they want the views.
Exactly. I agree.
Yep.
You can have it.
Yep.
They can have it.
But Messi, this is a great conversation. Thank you so much for coming on. We did a lot longer than I expected. So I have 2 podcast episodes back to back. I guess it's going to be over an hour and a half. My last episode was almost 2 hours. And now this one's almost an hour and a half. So let the great people all over the world know where they can find Messi Michon.
Thank you so much for having me. You all can find me on YouTube, Messi Michon Live, Michon, and I should be back on it on Sunday. I have a couple other things, but that's all that matters right now because I got to get back to it. Thank you so much for having me. This was actually very good. I really do like, I don't like panels. I don't like a bunch of people. I don't like talking all over people and waiting forever and all that stuff. But like this one-on-one and stuff like that, I definitely like doing that. So keep doing what you're doing. I appreciate you. Shout out to the chat. I can't see, but hopefully, you all make sure that you hit the like button, everything. Kofa, thank you so much for the Cash App. I appreciate you.
Yes, thank you, Kofa. I appreciate that.
And again, shout out to you. Hope your wife is having a wonderful time, and we can do it again. Just let me know.
Yeah, I'll come up with some other topics. I had another topic I had in mind that I wanted to run by you, but I can't think of it right now. So I just hit you with a text.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, thank you so much. Okay, so Kofa getting back in the super chat again. He said $5 more for the rest of Michon jacket.
Well, listen, this is it. Shout out to Kofa.